Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean. I'm here with another video, and got some emails asking me what kind of bag I use and what's in my bag. And I'm going to show you. This is I've had this for a long time. It's Kipling, and most of the stuff I have in my bag is tennis rackets. Years ago, when I played tournaments and was very competitive, I used to play with these profiles, and the people who have been watching my channel know that this is one of my rackets I played with for probably over 25 years. It's a wide racket. It's also bottom, handle heavy, and it's 4.5. And I changed my rackets. I still play with the Wilson, but I use this Wilson here. It's a K Pro 6. It's lighter. This is 13 grams, and this here is about, it's 9.1 or something like that. So it's much lighter, and it's a 4 3/4, 3/8 grip. So it's pretty nice. I like it. It does need to be strong. I did buy this at a thrift store, literally, because I was just trying rackets, and that's something I like to do. But I'm gonna do some serves with a couple of these rackets, and I also came across this racket my friend gave me about 25 years ago. It was a joke racket because I was playing a lot of doubles, and he gave this to me. It was one of his rackets. He was older than me, and this thing is the fucking, excuse my language, this is the Profile 2.7, and it's actually lighter than that one. It's still, this one happens to be head heavy like these should be, but it's also because I did modify the wrap here. I took the handle off and put a wrap on here and put duct tape on it, because this is going to go in my museum of rackets. I did have one of my friends string it with some just basic top spin string, so you can blast the ball and serve, and if you volley well with this thing, I mean, there's nobody going to get the ball by you. It's 110, and this racket here, my newer racket that I'm playing with, is also it's a 100 square inch one. So the big mama here is 110. This old girl here is 110, and this is a 95. So there's extreme sizes. This is the 95. And if I could make this racket, any better to make it a more modern, I'd make it as thin as this, but stiff like this. A little stiffness, and also make it head, not like it's not. I'd make a neutral racket where it's not head heavy or bottom heavy. I would just modify it according to how I want to play. So this thing holds about 6 or 7 tennis rackets and other stuff. And I got a bag with my bandanas, because I need a haircut, folks. Really, I haven't got a chance to get the haircut, so my hair is like literally in my eyes, and I gotta go like that when I'm playing and stuff. Or I use a bandana and from like the 80s and stuff, which I don't care what anybody says or thinks about me. It doesn't bother, like that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I'm at an age where I just don't care about that kind of stuff. But I make these videos to help others, because folks are disabled too, and I want you to know that you're not alone, and I love you guys and ladies, and I don't want you to know that we can get through stuff together and help each other. I also, to get back to what I got in my bag, I got 2 things of tennis balls, just in case I come across somebody who wants to play. I don't keep my rackets in my car because I live in Florida and it will warp them. And then I have a bag of wraps, because you're supposed to change your wraps. Every time you play, basically, you're supposed to change your wraps, especially if you're at a high level of tennis. Your wraps should be changed. So I got a bag of wraps, and of course my rubber bands. I've been putting rubber bands on my tennis racket for vibration since 1980s, And then this is a bag of snacks in case I don't get a chance to eat while I was, I'm on the go. So I got little nutty neutral bars, and I put them in here. And I had a bag of peanuts, and I shared them with one of my co-players. I was playing tennis, and they're like, "I'm a little hungry," and I'm like, "All right, dude, here." And it was funny. And I'll bring bananas too. So had this bag for a long time. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna get the same. I usually, when I play, if I find a racket, I get a bunch of them. I'll get like 4 or 5 of the same racket, have them strung at different tensions, and then if the strings break, because I used to break strings a lot when I was a younger guy, and you can see why these profiles But I got this strung about a few months ago, and it was funny. My buddy, I don't know this guy, but I watch so much of his tennis, I feel like I know him and stuff, and he's a good tennis player. I saw he got the same type of stringing pattern, pink and green. I was like, that's cool, dude. Like, so that's pretty catchy, you know. So I did. I like that type. These are hybrid. I mixed the racket. I mixed the strings. As one's a 16 gauge on the main, and then on the crosses is a 17 gauge. Both Wilson topspin, and the other one's from that durability. So when I used to play with this thing, like I can hit really. I mean, I'll smash the ball with this thing. It's just so stiff, you know. And I used to hit real flat. I have a lot more topspin than I did, but I would just hit real flat. The ball would come like this, just like that, and hit flat through the ball, you know. And there's a reason why I'm showing you this. The dude from Intuitive Tennis, Nikolai, great coach, great teacher, awesome player. And I don't know these people personally. I just watch their videos like you're watching mine. And people were like, you got to hit through the ball. And that's some of the things that that I was taught when I was younger. But I had a coach that told you, because you're not hitting straight through the ball, you have a trajectory. So it's a circular motion. So when you hit through the ball, when they're saying hit through the ball, it's really for you to keep your eye on the ball, okay? We know when the ball hits a racket, there's a lot of variables that go along with that. What kind of racket is it? How stiff is the racket? What kind of strings do you have in the racket? What kind of tension do you have in the racket? How are you swinging at the ball with a lot of topspin? Or are you old school, just bring it back and hit through it, on both sides? You just hitting through the ball like that, and, with the stiff old girl here. And then you got other styles of play where people take the racket back and they just hit with a lot of topspin. I have a variation of how I play. Sometimes I'll use a semi-western depending on the shot selection, but most of the time I use an Eastern grip, which is 3 notches down on the bevel, and then I serve and do things with a continental grip. And we're gonna do we'll have a little fun with this and try a big girl here and see if we can hit some cones tonight. But that's my bag. I also carry water in here, so I got that over there in the other bag. It's reliable, and it was a cool gift. I've had it for a long time. Ashley got it for me a long time, and it's older. It was old when I got it. She found it at a yard sale or something. I'm like, wow, that's cool, man. So I've had this almost 10 years. And then my other bag that I had was a Wilson bag, and that held that could hold 8 tennis rackets and a pair of shoes and other kind of shit. But that's what I have. I'm working on getting a ball machine, and we're gonna have some fun with that. So I set up. I'm gonna get this other racket out here. There's Wilson profiles. If you're like heavy rackets, and you like a racket that's stiff, and bottom heavy, there might be something to look into to get yourself a custom racket made like that, because some of these pros can get rackets made. So this is 3 different rackets we're gonna try, and see what I know for a fact we're gonna be able to blast some balls with these two. This one's more and I make less errors with the new racket, just because psychologically, when I play with my old style rackets, I will bring my racket back like that with that Eastern grip and try to hit flat, and then with this one, I seem to hit with a little more topspin, and I think because it's head heavy, that's one thing, and it's just lighter, and you can get a lot of different varieties on the ball, And I've seen some pretty good matches this week, and it wasn't on television. This fella, Winston Wu, he has a channel over there. He's a young fella, and they do tournaments, on his channel, and they got some high-level tennis. I mean, some guys are smoking the ball, and there was this dude that I can't pronounce his name correctly, but it begins with a G, Giovanni or something like that. He played against this dude Crew. And this kid was on fire on return or serve. And if you have a good return or serve, and you're playing a person that's got a great serve, and you break them and you start winning points, big points on their serve, he psychologically messes them up. And I'm not a big dude. I'm only 5'7", but I was up to 230, believe it or not. And now I'm getting down to, from working and stuff, working out and doing things. I'm at 200 or 190. So around 195. So my goal is to get to 175. That's when I used to play pro, when I was playing semi-pro back in the 90s. I was around that level, at that weight, 170, 165 in that area from surfing and stuff. And the reason why I love tennis so much, I'll tell you, it's one of those things that's it's an individual thing, and you're like an artist, like I said before, on the court. You create the shots, you create the situation, and you control your environment. And that's why I try to tell people when they're playing tournaments, they'll make a mistake, and I just try to explain to them, look, you're doing about this the whole wrong, looking at this thing the wrong way. Don't worry about how good your opponent is. Don't worry about what kind of shots they can hit. Your job when you're standing there and they're serving the ball is to get the ball back over in play. And then you work it out from there. I mean, you're going to come across people that hit huge serves, and you're not really going to be able to tee off on them like you think you can. You're going to have to shorten your swing and use their pace against them. And the prime person to watch for that on return serves, in my opinion, is the best ever in return serves, is Andre Agassi, and Jimmy Connors is right up there, and Novak is one of their better. Nadal is a really good return server too. So if you watch these folks, how they return serves, and the tactical things that they do, you'll be able to learn from there and use that in your style. Which you're not playing that person, you're playing the ball. So you're playing the ball that's coming over, and you react to that to get that ball in play. And that's where your shot selections come in. That's where your strategy comes in and all that. After you start being able to get the ball over the net and play. Because then it puts them back on the person that served the ball to you. They have to put it back in play. So you're not really playing this person, you're playing the tennis ball. And your job in the game is played to keep the ball in the square. That's that simple. And what I like about tennis, if you lose, unless you got shady line judges that are paid off, because I've seen matches that I thought were rigged by these fucking line judges in pro tournaments, get this, and they do have their favorites. So I mean, I've seen balls that were clearly a foot out on serves, and they're telling their aces and stuff, and we heckle them, we heckle the lines people. We're like, what are you doing, rigging the game, dude? And that's clearly out, so unless that happens, you still gotta play through it. So if you're in a tournament and you have a few bad lines judges and you're expecting them to call the ball out, just play it. Play it, or if you have an umpire, be like, go to them and say, hey, I didn't even play the ball, it was out. But I just play everything, and then when they make an error, my opponent, it's going to be so obvious that they can't say it's in or out. So that's happened a few times when I've played, and I've seen it a couple times. And I am a quiet person. I don't cause no problems on the court. I've only had one time where I had an official, come out in the middle of a match and we're up 40-love, getting ready. Seriously, it's like a Cinderella story, but I'm serving and I hit a ball clean down the tee on clay. You can clearly see it. It was ace. So where my partner walking up to shake hands, and the official, the guys running the tournament, is walking with our trophies across the, to set up the trophy ceremony. He goes, that was out. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, you haven't been out here all day long to call any lines. What are you talking about? Then I was like, okay, I'm not even going to go down that avenue. And I literally just took some pace off and hit the same exact serve in the same exact place. And it was an ace, and then he didn't call that one out. So I was like, wow, man, what the hell is going on with this guy? And then, just people messing with you. That guy was trying to mess with us because me and my friend were smoking his buddies on this court, and won a tournament. Me and my friend beatbox, we were smoking these guys, dude. They were talking all kinds of trash before the match, and telling us how young we are, inexperienced, and how they've been playing in the opens for so long. And me and my friend beat these dudes 2-3. The second set, we only got 2 sets. They had a little strategy going on with lobs, but as I say, I'm not that tall, so I started taking the lobs from the baseline and hitting overheads with them. you know, and just going down the line a few times. And then this guy tried to hit my partner a few times on overheads. So I took a couple returner serves and ripped it right at him, you know, at his feet. And it was starting to get into an ugly match. And then I mean, nobody was fighting or anything, but this dude was clearly trying to hit Beatbox. So I told Beatbox, stand back on off the baseline, or, you know, off the service box, and we'll work it out from there. I have a lot of fun playing tennis, and you're gonna run into people that are jerks. But as I say, the whole entire thing is just to have fun. If you're disabled, just try to walk, try to do some bends, try to do stretching, do what you can do. Don't hurt yourself or anything. But you know, it's spiritually good for you to do a few things every day. One, pray to Yahweh, Yahshua, the Hamashiach, Christ. And two, stretch out, relax your mind. And when you're out here playing tennis, just relax and be yourself, and let your game speak for itself. No matter what level you're at, no matter if you're rich or poor, your game is going to speak for itself. And if you carry yourself as a person with integrity and morality, you're going to meet a lot of good people, and they're going to be good friends to you, and you'll start being able to play tennis. So let's try a couple of these things here with these rackets and these. I would like them. I've got a couple of rackets. I'm looking. Wow, look how flat this thing is. Holy mackerel! Sally, Jesse, Raphael. Really got a hold of that one. Anyway, these balls are flatter than a pancake, and I'm gonna have to get some new ones because it's freezing cold out. It's about 50 degrees, and for some reason I'm warm. So I got a continental grip. My feet, like a lot of these guys are saying, you know, and what Nikolai was saying about your strokes, it's all how you line up when you're serving. If you're gonna practice your serve, I'd suggest you start practicing on the ad side. That way you get practice. If you're right-handed, your left foot will be pointing to the post, and then you can adjust it. You can go down the line, and where your foot's pointing really is where your serve is going to go. And if you want to practice your toss, you see how, like, that was a bad toss, but if you want to practice your toss, you see where it's, you know, dropping, you see how consistent you are. Mine pretty much drops about right here in front of me, about a foot inside the baseline, and then I just gotta throw it up and hit through it. That's a flat serve. Let's try a slice. That's not good. So I didn't even use my legs. I'm just showing you just technique, and then when you get your legs, plus I haven't stretched out or anything. Well, look at this one. There's a big old woods over here, folks. That's what I'm hitting them into there. This is flat, they're no good, and you're gonna hurt yourself trying to play with them. That is a wild, 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 wild toss. I seen a pro I was watching the other day teaching serves, and he hit one over the fence on a toss because he wasn't used to that toss. It's funny. And if you don't like the toss, don't hit it, you know? Just a little slice. Now, I like the control on it because it's a little bigger. So let's see what we can do with big old girl here. This is a 110, and it's heavier than that. Let's see what happens when we serve with this one. We can get some pace on it. Yeah, this thing's got a lot of power. I got that off the top of the frame. So I kind of like this racket, honestly, but it's just it's a little heavy and it's way thick, and you'll make a lot of errors, especially the way I play now. So you might be able to serve the ball with this thing, but in the long run, if you're not at the net volume, it'd be hard to hit like modern ground strokes with this. Got a little spin on it. When it's cold like this, got a little slice on it too. Huh. When it's cold like this, the ball's heavy, folks. So, got Big Mama there, Big Granny. We got Granny there, and then This is the 95, which I've played with most of my life. This thing's got some power to it, folks. Wow. I can put some spin on it. I'll try a flat serve. Yeah, that tosses. One of the things I'm working on with my shoulder being in place. When you're playing, you know, practicing shot. Somebody was asking me about drills you can do to learn how to do touch. And what I do, this is a good way to practice if you're trying to learn how to do touch, is literally bounce a ball like this and then catch it. Try to catch it and make it to where it only bounces once. Absorb it. When you learn how to catch the ball, then you'll have a lot of touch and you have that continental grip. And then, like I say, when I used to play this thing, wow, got a nice spin on it. Just missing it. That's the new modern way. But when I used to just hit flat, I'd just drive back and go like a golf swing. And as I say, the error, you make a lot of errors if you don't practice daily off a ball machine and have a hitting partner in tournaments. You'll make some errors because you're hitting flatter than most of the people that you're playing against. And when you get an opportunity to put the ball away, you have to put the ball away. It doesn't have to be with power. It doesn't have to be like some huge swing, but you can use angles and placement. And that's what makes these pros so good. They're able to control the ball. And that's why I come out here to practice doing this type of stuff. Plus, it's just good mentally to be out here. And this thing's really, like I said, look at this. Oh my God, look at this thing. Holy mackerel. And these courts are so, when I win the lottery night, I'm going to put money to help fix these courts for these people. And I practice my lobs, just bouncing the ball, and then practice going over the, see how I got the ball thing, practice hitting over that. Bounce the ball, bounce it, 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 come up underneath it, and then practice your lobs. Because the lob, in my opinion, which those aren't real deep ones, but when I play, I can hit them real high and real deep and go, and then they'll go right back there. So it's one of the it's a good way to learn how to play defense against aggressive players that like to take the net. A lob will slow that down. And then, like I say, I use a slice and kick serve on my second serve and sometimes first serve. But if you get in a rhythm and you can put through it, come on, balance. A little rock and roll. I was listening to some funny music my wife was playing. Some dance music, I was in there dancing. And then I bring it to the tennis court, a little do. Yeah. Yeah, I like to get some new things in this thing. There's Slinko might be I might get one of those. Get some two different types of Slinko. You have to learn how to control the equipment that you're playing with too, so this is a good little drill to do that with. And I need a haircut. Gotta get my wife's mom to cut my hair for me so I can actually see the damn ball. off the frame. Just hitting with those rackets for that little bit of time. Gotta adjust my swing. And that one's a goner. Nice. Come on, little fella. The toss. Timing, because I'm going from trying to hit a kick serve to a flat serve, and it's a different, gotta hit it at a different place. Use my legs more. Weird. I don't know what it is. I think it's the toss. In the strings a little bit. You need some lively strings. Oh, I knocked the cone down. Got it. Okay. Over here a little bit. Try that corner one. Literally, tennis, the things just fall apart. Things really fall apart. I haven't played in a little while, but there's no excuse for this. It's been like 2 weeks almost with the weather down here. We had rain every day, so I feel rusty, but I still shouldn't be hitting this badly on my shoulder. Sometimes you get lazy, you're just not stepping into the ball, jumping into it. But before I was showing you the serves without trying to use my feet and all that and my legs, just to keep it simple. If you use the techniques, the proper techniques, you can develop better. And even though you might make mistakes, you can fix those mistakes because you're going by, correct ways of doing it. The proper hold and the proper toss and the connect, hitting the ball at the right time. What's that, about 7 or 8 balls? Or just flatter than a pancake? When you're doing doubles, actually about here on doubles, wow, that thing's shot too. I just like coming out here. It's good exercising. I meet nice people on the internet that play tennis also. And share advice. And that's what I like. You gotta get some tennis ball, please. Uh-oh. The light almost went off. Whoa. That's a good exercise, just running through the light there, fellas. Well, that's fun. Try to go on the other side, and I'll hit a few back over and see where they land. Let's see if I can get it in the basket. Just missed it. Long in that one, a couple of them. My arm's staying up, that's what I like. I like that. That's good. I'm excited to play in tournaments soon if it's coming up. This is going to be fun. And get to meet new people and play at different levels. Drop too soon. See the difference? When your arm stays up, how much more control you have with the ball. The other ones, I'm dropping my arm and I'm hitting it. It's gotta be with that. And if you can learn from that, you'll get better. You know? But I'm able to fix bad habits because I've been playing for a while. Guys have played tennis for 25 years, and I just started playing a few months ago. And it's just like riding a bike. Drop your arm, that's going to make you miss the ball, and that's why the ball's hitting the top of the tape. That little bit of your arm dropping will make you miss your serve. So you got to practice. My arm's being replaced, my shoulder, so I have to practice keeping my arm straight up like that after the ball's been released. Better. Let me try out wide. I don't get irritated about that because that's a disability. What I do is now I gotta throw the ball just a little bit higher, give myself a chance to react to hit the ball correctly. Spin on it at the top spin. Damn. Oh well. Try that again. Another game I try to play is I'll come over here to this court and I'll try to serve it in the other court. Wow, not bad. At least it went over the net. That's doubles, not singles. This one we're gonna get singles. I tried that the other day. I actually made a shot like that. The ball just bounced like that on the thing and I went, but they were standing there. They thought I was gonna slam it. It's fun to mess around with that. We're gonna see if we touch. Bouncy bounce, set, boom, boom. Oh, I got it. I didn't knock it down, but I hit it. Nice. Oh, come on. Go over there and hit the little cone, fella. Come on. What the hell going on out here? And read the script at tennis time. Coach script. Now I'm getting the shit from Coach script. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Coach. Keep down the damn ball over there, boy. Okay, Coach. Whoa, look how flat this one is. Try to get it into that basket. here, folks. Very good. Some places it's snowing right now. Nice. Well, that's how you hit down line. Yeah, thank goodness I get some decent ground strokes. My serve isn't doing that well with decent time. I get the ball in, but I gotta work on my shoulder. This year I'm gonna go to the gym and try to get my shoulder stronger in my arm. Alright. Let's go. Get down the middle of the tee here, folks. One way or another, I'm gonna get that cone down, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Oh man, you see how close that was? Yes, yes. Oh yeah. Only 570 million tries. Yes, another one. Now it's got double action. Come on, little fella, get in there. I make up little games as I go along, folks. It's called put the ball inside the little cone. Just a bit outside. Whew. I'm happy. I did decent today. Haven't played tennis in like 2 weeks. And I get to spend a little time with my friends making videos. been busy doing little things like that. Well, that's it for right now, folks. Did pretty good. I look forward to getting a ball machine, like I said, and then we'll have some real fun. And I'm gonna get my own stringer, and I'll show you guys how to string rackets. It's not hard. You just gotta, make sure your frame is connected correctly, and you start your patterns the correct way. And you don't want to smiley faces. You want it to be all even and stuff. So I'll show you how to do that once I get a stringer. Because I'm gonna try this Slinko. I think the Slinko strings, and I like to try the Slinko whiteout. That looks like a cool racket, and it may be something I might play with, using in the future. But right now, I got this racket. I like how it feels and everything, and I think if I had different strings, I definitely would have more control over the ball and be able to hit cleaner and stuff. So I wanted to say Happy New Year to my friends, Nathan and Stefan. Stefan I've known for quite a few years now, and he's a good dude. He lives in Louisiana. He served our country, and he's a good guy. He's part of the Truth movement. On my other channel, I have a Truth channel. This channel is strictly for tennis, and to come out and help people get back into society, and just do some things to help yourself mentally. Believe me, I suffer through depression, and there's times where I can't get out of bed, and I'm not on no medicine or nothing. And I've tried medicine, it's made me sick, and it also cost me to get a lot of weight. So I find in my mind something. What do I find enjoyable? Or what is my favorite time in life? What is my favorite food? Things like that, and then that motivates me to get out of bed, to get a glass of water and start the day. And I do take medicine. I take gabapentin, and then I have to take this stuff for diabetes too. So, and I have to eat with this diabetes medicine too, because I got sick. I've been getting sick, and it's been making me ill, and I have to get my hernia repaired that they did bad business on. So I'm going through some stuff too, folks. I just want to let you know you're not alone. We're in this together. I don't come on here and bitch and tell you all these things that are wrong with me that I have to deal with on daily. I just share things with you to let you know that whatever you're going through, I also can understand. I'm going to try to understand. I'm going to try to be here for you as you are for me. And tennis is the greatest game ever to meet people. And I put it right up there with surfing, and golf. Individual, you're responsible for the outcome of your matches. And if you lose, it's just that you didn't hit the ball that good that day, and the next day you'll do better. So you learn from your mistakes, same as in tennis. You learn from your mistakes in life, and then being older, because I had a lot of knowledge when I was younger. I read a lot, did all that kind of stuff. But as you get older, and young people too do this, you develop wisdom, and that's important. You have to have wisdom with the knowledge of what you're doing, And I have a lot of knowledge about sports and tennis in general, and other sports too. And I have wisdom now to understand what's actually going on. I use that same principles, reading the Bible and stuff. That gives me the inspiration to do life correctly, because life is a gift, and it was given to us by Yahweh, and it's just special. It's special that you're here, and everybody has different circumstances, and everybody goes through different tribulations. But as brothers and sisters, we are of humanity and of Christ our Lord and Savior. We need to help each other and be strong and be there for each other. And you do these things in your neighborhoods and help communities and your people in your community, and that spreads throughout the country. Other people start helping, then we don't have any problems like this. All these things that are going on in the world are all man-made, unreal. It's not real. It's all man-made stuff, and it's just a way to divide people. Where sports brings people together, and that's why I started playing tennis and making this channel, to bring people together, to help each other, and to grow, and to learn about the game of tennis through people that have been playing longer than me, and even other, they're professionals. And it's just cool that we have YouTube and places like that where these pros can share techniques and help other players develop, as not only in tennis but in people too. So everybody have a wonderful new year. And I tell you this, you're going to have the best year this year than you've ever had in your life. This is the best year. One, because you woke up and you realize you have a gift of life. Two, you're going to get that fire under you to start playing your tennis. And three, whatever you love to do in life, use that hobby, whatever you love doing in life, try to make a living at that. So those are the things that I suggest. And if you love playing tennis, you may not be a pro or anything like that on the level of tennis, but you can coach, and you know, if you got a good personality and you love people, you're going to do really well. And there's a lot of guys on YouTube that are really good teachers, and they're really good players. And I haven't yet met anybody on the internet in the tennis community that's been a complete dick. You know, some of them are arrogant, but they're respectful, and you know, they also they respect their opponents and stuff, and that's what it's about. And that's just wanted to say that before I left. And tomorrow we'll probably come out here and do some more. Maybe I can bring Ashley out here and we'll hit some balls and see how everybody's doing. You know, and I'm posting more videos on this channel. I post some stuff on my other channel, Sean Sweeney. That's the true channel, like I said. And then this channel, I'm just doing tennis because this is my love. You know, I enjoy the sport. And I've been playing for a little while, and it's just fun playing. And I can't wait to play in a tournament, and then, you know, you guys see me play, and you know, see how I operate on the tennis court against, you know, good opponents and stuff. And I tell you, it's fun. I have a lot of fun. And after the matches, every match I've ever played against anybody, they've always wanted to be my friend and play later on and practice and train and stuff. I just have a good personality with people, and I mean, people from different countries I played against. So God has blessed me with a good personality, and I was raised by my mom and grandmother. So that's why I am the way I am. I'm a compassionate person, and thank goodness I got a bat out here. This is so crazy. People live in the woods around here, folks. It's dangerous for me to be even out here sometimes, but I'm a grown-ass man, and I'll have to take care of business. If I have to, that will be it. I got plenty of tennis balls, plenty of tennis rackets, and I'm pretty fast. So, and running, you know, you don't have to fight, you can run. Nothing wrong with that. Just jokes, folks. Just jokes. I'm gonna put my girl away, put her in here. I'm gonna wrap it up and get myself a glass of water because I really need one. My mouth is drier than the Sahara Desert, and it's cold a little bit right now. So, thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate your support. I really do. And you know, God bless everybody here, and have a wonderful new year. And big shout out to Winston Wu over there doing these tournaments. Go check them out. There's some really good tournaments. I mean, really good players at all levels, and it inspires me to want to play tournaments. You know, it would be a lot of fun trying to play against some of these guys, especially this one dude, Ryan, with that huge serve. Man, that would be a fun serve to try to return. But like I say, everybody just do the best you can do, and just laugh at yourself when you make mistakes and learn from them. And always know that God loves you, and so do I.